Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome, those of you that are joining the replay. I logged in 3 minutes early today. So hang with me as we give everybody a chance to log in and then we'll get started. And while we're waiting, I just invite you to breathe deep into your body. Really connect with yourself in this moment at whatever time you're watching it. And then just pop your 2-word check-in into the comments for me and I'll come back and look at them later today. Okay? So we'll just hang for a minute. Okay, good morning. I'm seeing some folks log in. Say hi in the comments if you would. Hello, Arnell. Good morning, David. So you guys, as we're waiting for everybody to join us, just begin to breathe deep into your body, let your body relax and get very focused and present to this moment. And then check in with yourself and go ahead and pop your 2-word check-in. What are you feeling right this moment? Put those 2 words in the comments for me. All right. Thank you, David. Good morning, Valana. While we're waiting for people, we're just breathing into our bodies and popping our 2-word check-in into the comments. 7 o'clock straight up. We'll give another minute or two. Good morning, Michael. We're just breathing into our bodies, checking in with ourselves, and popping our 2-word check-in into the comments while we're waiting for others to join us. Hello, Sebastian. I'm going to wait till 7:02 today, and then I'll start sharing. As we're waiting, just kind of connect with those emotions you're experiencing and then be ready to just release them. Fizzing and excited. That's cool, Sebastian. Hello, Diane. We're just popping our 2-word check-in into the comments. I'm going to wait till 7:02 and then I'm going to start sharing some info. We're full on into the middle of summer. We may have a smaller group today. I know a lot of people text me that they're not going to be here, but they will watch the replay. Okay, it's 7:02, so I am going to move my cursor, take my eyes off of the comments, and jump right in. All right, so today I want to invite you to walk away with something very particular that I'm going to tell you what that is. So I want you to rearrange your mental state of being and use your tools to shift your experience by the time we're done with this Magical Monday message. And where I want to invite you to consciously place yourself based on the information I'm sharing, and whatever rearrangement you need to do. I want to help you recognize your power at any given moment to continue to keep your emotional mastery at the top of your priority list. Nothing we are experiencing is not attached to a thought. You develop emotional mastery, how you feel and what you're experiencing based on external circumstances, only by the thoughts that you're having regarding them. Your entire experience is created between your ears. That generates a thought that's electric, that activates an emotion directly correlated to your thought that becomes magnetic, and that's creating your electromagnetic field, which is what you are as a human walking transmitter and receiver with the universe, calling in people, places, and things to create your reality. Our external beingness, our external circumstances, we've been conditioned to believe that that is our reality. So where I want you to go today is into a conscious place of calm. Okay? By expanding your own clarity based on what I'm sharing with you, and based on the choices you make to take this information, make them true. A belief is just a thought that we tell ourselves over and over and over again, and then create our life as if that's true. So I always say nothing is true until you believe it. What I share is accurate information. What you do with that accurate information is completely up to you. We get inaccurate information all the time, believe it's true, and then create a reality as if it is. So today I want to help you make a conscious choice to move yourself into a place of clarity and calm to support you navigating the chaos and the confusion that's going to continue to expand in the external circumstances that want to convince us that that's our reality, that we're doomed and destined to. It's not true. Okay? So what I want to share with you today is today, July 15th, 2024, is a very, very, very pivotal, energetic pivot point in the collective energy that is driving the ascension of planet Earth. Ascension means turning the dial on the frequency, and the frequency as it gets higher allows more information that's not available on the lower frequency. It can't be transmitted or received on the lower frequency. It can only be transmitted and received on the higher frequencies so you can interact with it. And that information is all inside of you. That clarity is all inside of you. And then it allows us to have new impulses of thought coming from the higher frequency version of ourselves, living in the same body with the same external circumstances all around us that we were living in the lower frequency. That this is how we become connected to our multidimensional selves. We are so much more than what we've been taught and programmed to believe we are as humans on this planet. Today, so I've been talking about these portals that open, these planetary alignments that open and create these portals where higher frequency energy can travel and then penetrate the earth. There has to be this order of things for the frequency to increase, or it would throw everything out of order, including our planet circling the sun in our cosmos. So as these portals have been happening for a very long time, but significantly since 2012 and exponentially since 2020, we're all having access to new information coming from our updated command center, sending new impulses of thought and understanding. And remember, at the beginning of this month and last month, the ability to perceive things from a much broader perspective, from the inside out. I've also been using the analogy that we've been climbing this roller coaster as a collective. And I've been saying we're about at the top of this roller coaster ride, getting ready to take this descent. And we've all been going, holy shit, this is a bigger climb than I originally thought. And as we approach the top, there's this awareness running in the collective background that, holy shit, that descent is going to be big. We can kind of feel my stomach getting ready to jump into my throat based on our experience of roller coaster rides, right? Today, metaphorically and literally, from an energetic perspective, we're at the tipping point and we're starting the descent. In that, all of this descent that's going to dictate the roller coaster ride I've been saying is going to really reveal itself as we make our way into fall, is going to bring in the external circumstances all around us, what I've been saying are wild cards. All last week, I was saying to clients, preparing them for this wild card energy I've been saying. So in the United States, for instance, for 19 months, I've been saying, since this energetic information has been coming in, I've been saying I will be highly surprised if it is actually Biden and Trump on the ballot. But this week, I also said, and right now, circumstantially, it looks like a high probability it will be Biden who will not be, until 2 days ago when an assassination attempt was placed on Trump. Those are the wild cards that I'm talking about. And your challenge today, should you choose to accept it, is to finally understand that these wild cards that are coming in this roller coaster ride we are about to take, is to bring you into a broader understanding and an invitation to let go. Let go of what you think you know. Let go of what you think you're watching on the world stage. When you look at the Trump thing, there's a lot of speculation, and if you look at it through this lens, it looks highly staged on one hand. And on the other hand, it looks really vicious and wicked and confirming that a man who has been inciting violence would then have that put on him. And it surges all kinds of emotion in all of us, and all kinds of reaction and all kinds of response, from, yeah, motherfucker, why didn't it happen, to holy shit. Like, I can't condone any kind of violence, and where is this taking us, right? It's taking us into this chaotic, frenetic state for our highest good, for radical change, to get all of us to understand this us versus them, that in the United States, and I'm just using us as an example because that's where I live, but this example is happening all over the planet. This us versus them that is reaching a insane fever pitch is trying to get all of us to go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe even the so-called democracy of the United States is up for re-question. Maybe a whole new system has to be here, and our attachment that's being pumped to peck aside and cling to it is what these wild cards are bringing in as an invitation to say, hey, you've been getting this message for a really long time. Nothing is as it appears, and anything you think you're looking at, there's so much more going on. So are you willing to release your need to grab a side that you're being told to grab and then fuel it with your thoughts and your emotions, dictating your own electromagnetic field that's only going to transmit more reason to have experience come into your life that make you stay in the us versus them? That's what's going on today. We're at the tipping point in the roller coaster rides, taking off the downhill side. The good news is, and I want you to hear this, because by the time I'm done, the invitation is, will you let go and move into more clarity? Will you can't cling to your side. You can't cling to your belief that you think you know exactly what's going on and then hang on to your side. You cannot hold on and move into the higher perspective, because you'll be locked right here. You cannot hold on, no matter how intense the feeling is in your body, based on the intensity of the thought that you've clamped onto, that you're creating your life as if it's true. You cannot continue the ascension process and get a broader perspective until you sincerely come to the point of saying, I'm willing to let go, to see what new clarity comes from the inside out, to change the lens with which I'm navigating the chaos and the confusion that wants to support, the chaos and the confusion wants to support my clarity. But if I'm holding on, I'm locked into that vibration. I'm locked at this view right there. So this energy is going to make us all feel really unsafe. It's going to make us feel really insecure. It's going to make us feel it will attempt to make us feel very fearful. And in modern times, so all of that energy, your ability to survive, is locked in your solar plexus chakra, right in your belly. That's why we feel fearful in our belly, and then our chest gets tight. But the survival energy is in your solar plexus chakra, your yellow ball of energy just above your belly button. And that energy in modern times revolves all around money. Our ability to survive is directly correlated to our beliefs around money and financial systems in modern times. In primitive times, when that energy was coming online, it was, how am I going to get enough strength to go out into the wilderness and as a hunter-gatherer and find a beast, take it down and drag it home to my family and do all the prep to feed it and survive and then start the cycle again. In modern times, it's all around status, it's all around material things, it's all around financial ability. So you can bet in this chaos, all of that facade system is going to get a little shaky. But the promise that we have had, I'm going to go 2 minutes over, the promise that we've been given is that the clarity coming online in your chest cavity is sending impulses of thought that I've been saying, there's an energy inside of you that wants to give you impulses of thought based on curiosity. What's possible today for me to see differently? What's possible to show up in my experience that will allow me to let go? What's possible to be surprised and amazed at what's unfolding in my reality as it looks like the world is falling apart? The analogy I want to give you, it's like this. It's like Disneyland, right? The ultimate theme park. Earth is the ultimate theme park for souls to take incarnation and go ride that experience in human form. And if you're at Disneyland and you're in, let's say, I forget all the names of the park, but you're in Fantasyland and somebody else is in Tomorrowland, and a fire breaks out in Tomorrowland and they clear everybody out of that portion. A lot of people there witness it. Maybe there are a few casualties and some injuries, and a lot of people in that section leave the park. But you don't even know about it until 4, 5, 7, 10 hours later in the park, where the talk and the game of telephone, that information finally reaches you, right? Just because something is happening in the park doesn't mean the entire park is shut down. And it doesn't mean you're not going to continue to enjoy your investment and your plan for the day in the park. Your life is going to go on while all the external pieces are jockeyed around from this massive energy that want to get everybody's attention, so they go inward to let go and open up to a broader perspective. And that's going to start in your life first. You're going to start to see the way you make choices around work, around relationships, around everything. In this uncertainty, you're open right now, if you let go, to be surprised and amazed at how you navigate your current present challenges and obstacles in a way that want to elevate you, continue to expand your joy, continue to expand your courage, which is our energy that's absent of fear on the higher frequencies. There's a courage coming online today, as we're going to navigate this roller coaster ride that wants to buoy you and buoy you and support you, to give you an undeniable insight into yourself. So keep your Indiana Jones hat on with curiosity today, not tomorrow, today. What's possible to come into my experience to surprise and amaze me about me, and what's possible for me, and how I'm navigating and making choices, and what's possible to come in the midst of these wild cards that are going to be wildly supportive and wildly positively constructive and healing and magical and powerful and transformational, because that's why the dismantle is happening, so something incredibly new can manifest and present, that we can all build together, that takes us out of us versus them and brings balance and harmony back to this planet. It's a process. And this roller coaster ride we're going to take through the end of summer and into fall is going to continue to expand your vision of what's possible. Today, be on the lookout specifically how that's showing up in your life. That's where I'm going to leave you. Before I do, I want you to put your hand on your heart. I want you to close your eyes. Put both hands on your heart. And I want you to breathe into your chest cavity. And if you just slip into your stillness and your quiet, you have the ability on demand to access that energy that will bring an undeniable sense of calm. Jesus called it the peace that passes all understanding. That works for me from my Christian background. If it doesn't work for you, feel it in your body. When you connect with the energy that is your drop in the infinite ocean of the one source, when you connect with the part of you that is just that, the one, when you pause to experience yourself as the one source who's expressing itself in your human life, you can instantly move into that place of calm. The all-knowing, infinite wisdom of the one source that's driving everything and knows how to navigate you specifically in this incarnation with your circumstances unfolding today. You can move right into that peace. And being curious is a fast track there. What's possible? Breathe into that and let it guide you today. But you got to make a conscious choice, because all the external circumstances want to dictate your thoughts and therefore your emotions. And this is how we develop our emotional mastery and take control over what we're transmitting and receiving. Be well. I love you tons. Bye for now.